Alright, so welcome back. As I said, we're not gonna spend too much time waiting. So we're starting with one-handed and two-handed weapon categories, giving the possibility for players to get medals and qualify for the final tournament. As I said, these categories are a little bit special. They're pretty much hybrid categories because in the one-handed we have sabers and Kalkstein, who's broadsword. I think Tarnavsky makes a little bit of a case for Kalkstein to be here in this category, a little bit of a distant cousin with his Dusak. And in the two-handed category we have two longswords and a shepherd's axe. I think the shepherd axe and the longsword, they have this one particular thing in common, which is being used with two hands. Although the shepherd's axe is the only weapon in the game that can be used with two hands and one-handed. Longswords can be used one-handed as well. I mean, in real life, and there are some specific moves that you can use with one-handed, but we don't have those in the game. Only two-handed attacks. But yeah, I think Jendrik being with Isabella and Zera adds a very interesting dynamic and more characters to play. Right, so we're gonna start with one-handed. This is probably the most interesting category all the time and the most popular because here we have the sabers, and I think there are a lot of players who are hoping to get a medal on this one because the most important characters they play are sabers. And I am actually in the first fight, and we'll fight Boris. Boris, a little bit he's a Barabash. Usually plays Barabash in one-handed, but who knows, maybe he's gonna pick somebody else. We're about to see. Let's get him in. Boris unfortunately did not have too much success in the first two tournaments, but to be completely honest, those weapon types are not his bread and butter. He's an Isabella main, so that would be a two-hander. And from time to time he uses Barabash as well, which is a one-hander. So his specialty is going to be in these two tournaments. We're gonna have a tough fight here. And I'm gonna say something very interesting. A couple of times in the Olympics, I managed to win the first two tournaments. And every time I won the first two tournaments, I lost the first match that I had in the Saber tournament. It happened every time. So if it's going to happen now as well, it's going to be a little bit of a curse. No skeleton, man. Yeah, we're gonna do a Barabash mirror here. Honestly, I'm not very confident in picking somebody else against Barabash, so I'm just gonna go with the mirror. And I haven't used the red skin in a while. I used to rock it a lot until luck stole it from me. Oh. It's got a double. Boris is very good with Barabash. Too bad the plebeian is not here tonight. He's a really good Barabash player. Would love to see him. got the leg and then followed up. Oh, some lingering damage there. Interesting. A tough fight. One to the belly. Oh, nice again. Catches with the leg void and then with the follow up. 4-2. Gotta be careful. Good advantage for me, but not decisive. Nice. A good forward cut from Boris at the right time, right when I was about to start my attack. Gets the third flag. Tries the leg attack again, but this time was not set up really well. Nice, beautiful cut. I had the advantage for almost the entire fight, but he has been very close every time in number of flags, and now we're getting close to the final. He needs only 2. I need 1. Oh, and he gets it. 5-5. Man, this was a tough fight, and the curse was broken. Boris almost got me there, but it was a really good fight. 65. Congratulations, man. That was great. Boris will fight a little bit later in the two-handed, and I think that's where he's going to put all his money. As I said, regardless if you get a medal or not, you will be invited to the final tournament. But the conditions there might not be very favorable, but still, it's better than nothing. 6-5. I will be in the semi-final. Next fight is going to be Wrath versus Info, and Wrath is the champion, the current champion, Olympic champion. He got the Saber goal last time, and he had some really good performances. And I think this is the tournament that he's going to put all his money on. There he is. He's been waiting for some time, so I'm sure he's hungry. Info is also a pretty, I would say, underrated Saber user. She uses Laszlo every now and then, and she's quite decent with it. And after that, we're gonna get Roderick versus Siant. Roderick, another fighter that has been waiting for some time, and this is the tournament that he probably wants to get a medal in. A couple of the characters that he plays are sabers. Gedeon, Barabash, Tarnavsky, Jan as well. He likes to play sabers a lot. There's Info, ready to take on Wrath. Here we go. Wrath on the left, Info on the right. One-handed, which means saber or Cockstein. Yes. Wrath is going with Sam. Info going with Laszlo. No surprises here. Both go with their most effective character in this category, especially since neither of them got a medal so far. So this is a good opportunity. And as I said, a little bit of pressure on Wrath because he is the champion of this category still. Until he loses it, of course, if he does. Push. The attack does not reach. One here for Info, though. The attack after the push did not reach Wrath. A little bit of a slow move there from Wrath, the high guard attack, and the Info with the second strike, 2-0. Oh, and grab 3 now. Info tried to rush in a little bit. Wrath gets the first flag, and this is where comebacks happen. When somebody gets a good advantage and then rushes in, loses 1 or 2 flags, and then suddenly the match is back on even terms. So Info's got to be careful here. Wrath is a very good fighter, and he gets the second flag here. I don't think anybody on this planet... Oh, and the third flag there for Wrath. I don't think anybody on this planet can say that I can 100% beat Wrath in a saber fight. I don't think anybody has got that level of confidence. So 3-3 here. Oh, and a first attack manages to break through Laszlo's guard, and Wrath takes the control. Is 4-3 now. And it's a double. Again, we haven't seen a double in a long time. Everybody's been fighting very clean tonight. Oh, beautiful lunge there from Info. Perfect timing, perfect distance. It's one of Laszlo's underrated moves. It covers a lot of range, hits the head directly. Very close fight. Good thing that Info managed to get the 1 flag back because the comeback was... oh, and again another grab. Honestly, I expected it after seeing 2 blocked attempts. And Info is an advantage. 5-4. Needs only 1 more. Oh, tried again to grab. Wrath anticipated it. Went to the side. 5-5. And this is probably one of the fights of the tournament. A great back and forth. It's Quart changes, and Wrath, the champion. This is how champions are made. Got a hit in, and then immediately went with the forward attack and landed the decisive blow. Unfortunately, Info, after a very good fight and being ahead 3-0 and then 5-4, was not able to defeat Wrath in the end. Heart of a champion here for Wrath. Info, very underrated with sabers. Wrath will get the chance to fight for a medal 2 times, so in the semi-final and if he loses in the bronze. Nice. Next fight, we're gonna have Roderick versus Siant. Another saber main versus a rapier main. In one-handed. Rapiers are also one-handed swords, but I wanted to put them in a different category because the way they play is just in the game is vastly different. Roderick is ready. Siant is also ready. Siant already got a medal today, a silver medal in Sword and Shield with Connor. Siant, as far as I remember, Siant is also a decent a saber user. She uses Sam or Yatsik sometimes. We'll see. We might see a Gideon versus Yatsik here, which would be quite an interesting matchup. We'll see. Gideon versus Alexander. So we're gonna have Alexander tonight as well. Here we go. That was it looked interesting. Siant with the just walked in, went to the side and scored the first kill. Gideon versus Alex has been a classic matchup, regardless of the players using these characters. It's always been interesting to watch. Double. But it's good that we're seeing very good diversity. So we had Barabash. Oh, nice forward cut there, punished by Roderick. We've seen Barabash, we've seen Laszlo, Sam, Geddy, Alex. Oh, nice leg cut there from Siant. Just the second flag. Oh, oh. The what's it called? I mean, what happened there was Roderick gets 1 flag back. What happened there was a grab win there from Siant, but it bugged out. We called there was a name for those witch ghost grabs. I don't know, something like that. Yeah. I thought they were fixed, but looks like they still happen. Oh, twirly move, 3-3. 3-2 still. Roderick a little bit tired. Push. Oh, Alex manages to counter there the flurry of attacks from Roderick. 4-2. Roderick needs to change the double. Siant looks very relaxed. She has no pressure. Roderick seems a little bit tense. Oh, this time he was cool as a cucumber. 3-4. All to play for still. a beautiful upcut, but Xian managed to get the a double. Beautiful counter timing there from Xian. 5-2-3. And Xian needs only one more double. Try to push there, but Roderick punished it. 4-2-5. Goes low. Oh, perfect counter there, but Alex had his sword up. Xian stood still. Goes low again. Double. A very tense fight. Oh, and Roderick, the same move that he tried earlier, which was the forward B cut, a pretty underrated move of Gideon's. 5-5. Oh, and a retreat cut there, and Roderick has suffered a lot in this fight. He has suffered a lot, just like Wrath a little bit earlier against Info. But he manages to get the win. 6-5. This is actually the third fight that ends in 6-5. So all of them were really close. Goes to show how balanced this category is. And the last one, again, very interesting. Ezekiel is facing Pico. Yeah, Xian did great in that fight, but Roderick with the grind towards the win. Yeah, sometimes you gotta have this heart of the champion and overcome challenges. As I said, Ezekiel versus Pico. Again, pressure on Ezekiel a little bit because I've been talking about it for the entire event. Hopefully, Ezekiel does not feel tired of me talking about it. He probably wants to have. So he already got Marta because he got a medal in Rapier, and he probably wants to have Sam for the final tournament. So getting a medal here is very important for him. I'm tired. Okay. All right. No more pressure, bro. No more pressure. I'm talking about you because you're the number 2 ranked in the server, so you're on the spotlight. Good. Ezekiel on the left, Pico on the right. Pico also uses a vast range of characters, and we might actually see I think he's the only hope of seeing Kalkstein today. But it's I'm not sure it's gonna happen. No, we're getting Sam Mir. But he is, as I said, he's the only hope of seeing Kalkstein is in this category. Don't think anybody else wants to use him. Or at least in the semifinals, I definitely don't see anybody trying to get him. Ezekiel gets the first flag. Pico was the silver medalist in Saber last time. I'm sure that he wants to. He wants to have the one-handed category. Oh, second kill there from Zeke. He wants to have the one-handed category available to him in the final tournament. He has sword and shield in the rapiers. Double. He probably wants two-handed as well since he has Zera over there. But this category would give him a plethora of characters that he could use. 2-1. The richest category in terms of characters. Oh, nice side step there from Ezekiel. Manages to land a superficial cut on Pico's shoulder. This is the last fight of one-handed. After that, we're going to move to two-handed, where players can use Isabella, Zera, or Jendrik. 3-1. Double. 3-2. Very close fight. A couple of decoy attacks there from Pico. Oh, and a nice retreat cut there from Ezekiel. Manages to score 4-2. Ezekiel's gameplay is very tight. You have to catch him with advanced strategies. Oh, Pico's tired. Ezekiel notices that and gets the 5th flag, and he might score a very important flag for him here. Oh, nice thrust to the face. 6-2, dominant victory. Unfortunately, Pico is not going to be able to use a Saber or Kalkstein. Six to 2. Right, so in the semifinals, we're going to have me versus Wrath and Roderick versus Ezekiel. But now we're going to move our attention towards two-handed. And in two-handed, we're going to have, I'm going to fight Info. Then we're going to have Siant versus Wrath. Then Pico versus Roderick, and Ezekiel versus Boris. Not too many Longsword or Jendrik mains here. I would say maybe Info is a little bit of a Jendrik main. But yeah, quickly going to the bathroom and then gonna fight Info in two-handed. Alright, I am back. So, two-handed, my fight against Info. Now the pressure is a little bit. I was talking about pressure earlier. Now I feel the pressure as well because my main character is Isabella, and I would like to use her in the final tournament. But if Info defeats me here, then I won't be able to use Isabella in the final tournament, which could be a massive nerf for me. Since Isabella is my only main, of course I can play other characters, but I would love to use her. And anything can happen, especially since I know Info is gonna pick Jendrik, and Jendrik can be quite tricky sometimes. So in two-handed, so it's gonna be, as I said, me versus Info, then Sian versus Wrath, then Pico versus Roderick, and Ezekiel versus Boris. There's Info. Here we go. Had a very tough match in Rapiers with Info. She had a 3-flag advantage. I managed to win, but every flag was very difficult. Info taking right side. Okay. Yeah. I was planning to play Zera, but I don't want to risk. If I am to lose, at least I know I'm gonna do my best here. Yeah, that move is a little bit slow. Alright, that went well. A lot better than I expected. GG's Info. We'll still have to win one more at least to ensure a medal. Thank you very much for competing in this one. Info was eliminated from both one-handed and two-handed, so we'll have to wait for the final tournament. As I said, she is invited. And given that she got 4th place in 2 categories, there is a chance that she might get the winner's bracket position. But we'll have to see how all the other fights play out. Sian versus Wrath next. And two-handed. Actually quite interested to see this match. It's a pretty... I think there's a good chance we might see a Jendrik mirror here. Siant Wrath, yes. Here we go. Siant, waiting for Wrath. The longsword category, or now the two-handed category, I can't say it was a very popular category. Constantly in the Olympics, having the least number of competitors. Although there are a lot of players that use long swords or two-handers, it's just that it's not necessarily. I'll be the first to admit it. It's not necessarily a very fun experience, or at least if we're talking about long swords, about Isabella and Zera, both players. I mean, players that use both characters don't necessarily enjoy playing against each other. Zera mains don't really enjoy playing Isabella. It's the same feeling from Isabella players against Zera. Wrath is not answering. Let's give him another call here. If not, we can move to the next fight. The final tournament will feature 7 flags in each fight. All fights are going to be best of 1. It is going to be a double elimination since we have 8 people, so everybody's going to be invited. But as I said, there's a high chance that 4 players will start from the winner's bracket and 4 will start from the lower bracket, which means some stages will be skipped. Gotta reward the medalists, but also give players a chance. Alright, Wrath is not answering. Siant will have to wait a little bit. We're gonna go with Pico versus Roderick. Roderick, surprising good Zera. And I can't say... Personally, I'm not necessarily surprised because I feel that his style is good for a character like Zera. Who's fighting again? Pico and Roderick. So who knows, we might see a Zera mirror here. But when I fought him, or seen him fight with Zera, because it was either the Olympics or he had the obligation to do so in a specific tournament, I think he did pretty well. Obviously, Pico is a little bit more experienced, but I wouldn't count him out. Especially in a best of 1 Six Flags fight, anything can happen. Honestly, I wouldn't be confident, fighting somebody that has played, I don't know, Hellish Quart for a week, and I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm 100% sure I'm going to win a Six Flags fight. Pico on the left, Roderick on the right. We'll see if Pico goes with Zera or Jendrik. There is a chance that we might see Jendrik from Pico. No, going straight for Zera. And Roderick for Zera as well. So Zera mirror. Pressure is on Pico. Pico is the champion. He's the longsword champion. He won it last time against me in a very close Zera mirror final. And Pico with the first, Roderick with the first kill. Double. Oh, high recovery move there by Roderick, but then followed up by some fast attacks. Pico a little bit unlucky there, but Roderick gets the second flag. Oh. He hesitated on the second move, and Pico punished it immediately, 2-1. Pico Pico with his feints as well, making the camera bug out. Oh, nice thrust of the arms. 3-1. 4-1 now. Roderick is holding his own, and Pico needs to change something here. Oh, nice dash forward. Tap the head there, 42. Otherwise, he might lose his gold medal here. And the possibility to use a longsword or Jendrik in the final tourney. Oh, and again, the same perfectly timed thrust to the arms there by Roderick. 5-2. 5-3 now. Pico very fast with a nice sidestep attack. Again, tries the sidestep. Double. Roderick might produce a significant surprise here. I think that this would be the second. Try to push there. Pico punished him. 5-4. Pico's back in the fight. I would say this would be the second biggest surprise after Siant is a win in this sort of show. I mean, a gold medalist. And Pico with the fifth flag there. He's coming back, and I've seen him come back in was a rapier fight, I believe, and he managed to win. And Roderick actually gets it with the forward cut on a sidestep attempt. 6-5, and it's exactly what I was talking about earlier. Anything can happen. Roderick experienced enough to produce the surprise. 6-5. And Roderick moves on to the semifinals. Who knows? Maybe he should play Zera more often. Beating Pico in a Zera mirror is not... it's not something that many people can do. And as I said, unfortunately, Pico is not going to be able to use a longsword in or Jendrik in the final tournament. I'm sorry for telling you guys that you can't do this or that, but it's important to remember the rules of this event. Ezekiel versus Lord Boris next, and hopefully Wrath is going to be back for his fight against Siant. Now we have a fight where Boris can use his main character, which is Isabella. I'm not sure who Ezekiel is going to pick. But I'm pretty sure Boris is banking on this particular one, especially now since Pico is out of the tournament, the #1 seed. He could take advantage and maybe climb his way to the final. Theoretically, he has the experience advantage against his opponent now and the next opponent. But it's definitely not going to be easy. There's Ezekiel. Ezekiel left Boris right. Two-handed fight. Here we go. Zera versus Isabella. Boris has a very distinct style with Isabella, so we'll see how it works here against Zera. Double. Thrust there from Boris. Ezekiel pretty patient as always. Oh, goes with again the high recovery move, just like Roderick's earlier. Thrust attempt, a grab from Ezekiel. He said, "You know what? Enough sword fighting. I'm gonna take you down." Sidestep attempt into a tap out of range. Nice high guard attack. Perfectly timed. Catches the arm of Ezekiel. 1-1. Gonna be a tough fight for both. Thrust there. Ezekiel follows up with the he's doing something very interesting with the all characters, which is after an attack he immediately attacks again. And sometimes back retreat attack there, 3-1, and sometimes it catches you in 3-1. Oh, 4-1. I think that the attack went through Isabella's guard there. 4-1. Nice high guard there. 4-2. Yeah, the high guard is a pretty good move to use against somebody that has also very good reach like Zera. Boar is patient. The way I see Zera versus Isabella in nice forward cut 5-2. The way I see Zera versus Isabella, let's think about a boxing comparison. I'll tell you what it is after the and a forward cut. Ezekiel with a very dominant win, 6-2. Boris unfortunately loses this fight, but as I said, he is still invited to the last to the final tournament. Right. So again, everybody is still going to be invited for the last tournament. So do not leave. Right. So we're gonna do Sion versus Wrath now. Hopefully, Wrath is back. If not, we're gonna move back to the Saber. I mean, not Saber. Oh, he is here. Okay. for Siant. Yeah, so I wanted to tell you about Zera versus Isabella. The way I see Zera versus Isabella, if you've watched boxing, uh, we're talking about boxing in the 70s where we had some greats. I would see Zera versus Isabella like George Foreman. Rest in peace. He has passed away recently. George Foreman versus Muhammad Ali. George Foreman had the or raw power, and he was, as I said, he was knocking people out with his raw power. Muhammad Ali was also powerful, but he relied more on footwork and precision and so on. And I kind of see it like that, like Foreman versus Ali. Here we go, Sian. Oh, let me change the names. Siant versus Wrath. Immediately, Wrath will actually. I mean, it depends on what happens here. We'll see if he's gonna fight the next fight or we're gonna skip him. Right, Siant on the left, Wrath on the right. And I need you to excuse me a little bit. Hopefully I'm gonna be back until this fight is over. Jendrik versus Zera. Here we go.
Hey. Hey. Amos.
back. I'm sorry. That looks like it was a cool fight. Let me check who got the win. Just 1 second. Oh, Siant won 6-3. Congratulations. So Siant will progress in uh, two-handed. Right. So we're moving into one-handed. Wrath just fought, so we're gonna leave him alone just for one fight. So we're gonna do Roderick versus Ezekiel now. Very interesting fight. Two saber mains, and every time these two fight, it's a very tough match for both. The winner of this one will get still my bad. Roderick on the left, Ezekiel on the right. As I said, this is important because the winner of this one will fight for the. We'll have a lot to gain. First of all, the ability to use Saber in the last tournament, some more ranking points, some weapon points as well. A fight that has a lot on the line. Especially since I believe these two definitely deserve the Saber Specialist title. They're quite close to getting it. Some people are actually very close with their weapon points in order to get one. Siant left. Sorry, not Siant. Roderick left. Ezekiel, right? Getty versus Sam. I would say a little bit of a tough match for Getty. Getty will have to use his speed here. He does have also the power to land decisive blows. Sam has more reach and a better guard. Nice one to the head. Ezekiel with the first flag. 1-1. Double. Two one now. Ezekiel plays very tightly with Sam. Roderick patient. Trying Ezekiel's guard. Got hit there. He could have had the opportunity to attack immediately after, but he didn't want to risk being back. We'll see if that was a good decision or not. Oh, he got hit there on the chop. 3-1 for Ezekiel. It would have been risky to try to attack again as well. We don't know exactly the extent of his recovery. Oh, and a nice retreat attack there. I mean, it was a leg void actually, counter. And Roderick with lifeline here. 3-2. Always a psychological flag, right? When it's 3-1. Oh, beautiful thrust. Exactly when Roderick tried to move to the side. 4-2. Catches him again. Double. Ezekiel is throwing a lot of these very short snap cuts, and if you're going forward, you might get caught by some of them. Oh, two-piece combo there. 5-2. Aggression there from Roderick. And he actually scores the third flag there with a nice counter. Even if he loses this, Roderick will still fight for bronze, which means that he still has the possibility to fight in the final tournament using one-handed. And sidestep there from Ezekiel. 6-3. Congratulations. A good performance. Tidy played as always. Ezekiel is in the grand final and secures Sam for the final tournament. So now he has Sam and Marta, possibly Zera as well, because in the semifinals of the two-handed. Now it's going to be me versus Wrath. Wrath, the champion of last time, a very tough opponent. I'm going to take a risk here with the character that I'm going to use, but it's a risk that I'm willing to assume. Right, so I'm on the left and Wrath is on the right. Let's see. I'm going with Alex. I think Alex is a good matchup for Sam. I would have picked Barabash, but I just feel that I would struggle a lot. Oh. Perfect timing. I hate these camera problems. Oh. Second time trying for the... did the jump. Put a lot of pressure there on Wrath and he got tired. Again, catches the hand. The third time. Gotta be careful. Tough. honestly, if it's a close fight, I'm not necessarily disappointed with my pick. Would have probably been even harder to get kills with other characters than with Alex. Nice. Close. Ah, should have followed up. Nice. The same catches the armor, and I'm trying to attack. Perfect timing. Oh, and now I did the same. Caught the arm while he was attacking, but man, this was such a difficult fight. But I'm actually glad that Alex worked in the end, and I think with another character that I usually play, like Jan or Barabash, I might have lost this. 6-5. Thank you very much, Wrath. Wrath is not. He's not gonna get the gold medal, but he may have the possibility of getting the bronze, and he will fight with. Will fight Roderick for that, and I will face another Sam in the final, which is Ezekiel, another great fighter. Great. We're moving to the two-handed weapon semi-finals. Uh, I'll fight again. I'm fighting Sian. Actually, I need. No, no, no. Let's do it. I'm just gonna quickly go to the bathroom and then come back. Okay, I'm back. So fighting Siant again after fighting her in Sword and Shield final, and I think we met in another tournament, but I'm not sure. No, I think it was just info. All right. Siant most likely is going to use Jendrik after winning a good fight against Rat earlier. Yep. A win here guarantees a medal for either. For me, it's a little bit more important. Nice.
Hey.
My snap cut out of range. Perfect timing for the counter. Grab attempt out of range. Posta di Vena. Very slow move. Long guard attack. Good fight. 6-1. Again, a little bit better than I expected. Siant will still fight for bronze though, so she will still have the possibility to get a medal here. And now we're gonna have Roderick versus Ezekiel in the second semifinal between the two, but this time in two-handed. After this fight, we're going into the medals fights. Roderick, Ezekiel. Most likely it's gonna be a Zera mirror. Both of them performed well with Zera. Roderick takes left, Ezekiel takes right, just as in the previous fight between the two. Roderick on the left, Ezekiel on right. Oh, something going on? No. Roderick left, Ezekiel right. first flag for Ezekiel here. Roderick gets one back. 1-1. The final tournament will be played on the Highland Arena. I'm going to use it for the first time. Oh, went into high guard and then Ezekiel went with the drunk forward thrust. A risky move, but sometimes that was the perfect moment to use it. Beautiful side step. Roderick makes that. I've seen him. Oh, beautiful. Now he takes one move out of Pekola's book, which is dash in into a sidestep upcut. 3-2 for Roderick. Roderick might take revenge here against Ezekiel, who defeated him in Sabres. Thrust. Oh. 4-2. Roderick is really good with Zera, man. I've seen him in a pretty good number of fights with him, and he's just good. And if he wins here and qualifies to the final, it's not going to be an easy task against him. Nice forward cut again. 5-2. And I get the feel that now he's getting a little bit of hang of it, so he's having he has some patterns here. Oh, Ezekiel now with the same move that Roderick likes to use a lot, which is that high recovery side step. 5-3. Side step there from Roderick. Flashy moves. And counters perfectly. 6-3. Very good performance. And Roderick qualifies to the final and secures a medal here. Again, Roderick secures a medal in a category that he's not necessarily that he doesn't necessarily have a lot of experience in, just like last time when he got silver in Rapier. And he is in the grand final. Now, we are heading into the finals, so the medal matches. We're moving back to one-handed, and we have the bronze match there. The bronze match there is Wrath versus Roderick. Very important here for Wrath and Roderick as well, because both of them main sabers. So it would be very important for them to use the to use a one-handed character. And you will see for the final tournament, for players that did not get a medal, or Maestro as an example, because he's going to compete in the final tournament because he just got home, so we're going to give him that opportunity. There will be some limitations. The number one limitation is that some of these players will start from the lower bracket directly, so we'll have like one chance. And second, there are going to be some limitations on the characters that they're going to use, because, for example, we have here some players that played in all tournaments and did not get the opportunity to play. Will not get the opportunity to play with their favorite character in the final tournament. So we also can give the possibility to somebody that comes from the outside to do that. So we're going to have to impose some limitations, some custom limitations if you want, and yeah, hopefully it's going to make it a little bit more interesting. Wrath is on the left. Roderick will be on the right. Sorry for my rambling here. Most likely the limitation that we're going to use is that the player will have to choose only one weapon category to play with, and he will not be able to pick the weapon category that he has his main in. Fortunately, I know all of these guys, so I know what characters they usually play. So unfortunately, they will not get the opportunity to play with their main character. Will have to make use of somebody else. Roderick. Yeah, Wrath versus Roderick, one-handed bronze match. So Sam and Roderick will pick Barabash. Roderick is also a very good Barabash, but I feel that Barabash kind of struggles a little bit against Sam because of the range, and Sam is fast enough to match Barabash's speed, but Barabash with the first kill there. Two to one now for Wrath. Nice counter. Wrath nearly lost that fight. Nearly won. Sorry, that fight against me earlier. Very difficult opponent to defeat. He has some really well-timed forward attacks. Considering that he's playing on 200 something ping, that's quite impressive. 2-2. Three, two. Three now. Very fast-paced fight. Tired there, Roderick gets punished 4-3. Next match is going to be a bronze fight in two-handed between Ezekiel and Siant. Oh, nice. Again, Wrath is so good at this. He catches you exactly when you're swinging. He caught me like last in our fight. Almost every flag he got was exactly that. He caught me when I was swinging. It happened to him now, not on the arm, but in the wind up. 5-4 still. Oh, that's it. 6-4. Roderick will have to settle with. I think I'm not sure if he got a rapier medal. I think so. He's gonna get the two-handed medal. So I think he's going to make use of Zera in the final tournament. He's not gonna be able to use sabers. Wrath will use sabers. He gets the bronze match. The gold medalist gets bronze this time. Switching to two-handed bronze fight. Siant versus Ezekiel. Probably Jendrik versus Zera. Let's see if this fight ends also in 6-3. And after this fight, we're going straight into the gold medal matches. I am fighting in both. I have the possibility here to get all 4 medals, gold medals. It's not going to be easy. Especially the one-handed one against Ezekiel. I think that's going to be very difficult. Waiting for Siant. After that, we're gonna do. We're not gonna switch back to. I mean, it depends what happens in this fight. We'll see. If Ezekiel wins, we're just gonna keep him in, and then we're gonna do the one-handed gold. If he loses, we're gonna give him a little bit of a break. It's a handed bronze. Here we go. Siant on the left, Ezekiel on the right. I'm pretty sure Siant has secured the medal with the sword and shield, but I'm pretty sure she'd like to have the possibility to use Jendrik in the final tournament, as it's a character that she likes to use every now and then. Isabella from Ezekiel. Interesting.
Hey.
Sorry, went away for a second. Um, Third
Hey.
flag here for Siant after a good lead there from Ezekiel. It's 3-3 now. So we'll see if it ends 6-3 again. Oh, dash attack there from Ezekiel. So technically now it should go to 6-3 from Ezekiel. We'll see. Oh, he got caught right when he was doing the rabbit jump. And if Ezekiel scores this, this is quite crazy. That's gonna be. Let's see if Sian breaks the curse. Yes, 5-4. All right, Ezekiel with a nice sidestep attack. Again, the rabbit jump and again gets hit. He gets hit again. Oh,
Hey.
but finally manages to land. It was a pretty disputed flag. Let's see who's gonna get the bronze here. Oh, and a nice forward cut. And Ezekiel gets another medal here. The third medal tonight, actually. 6-5. Siant won't be able to use. So Ezekiel stay in. We're gonna do the gold one-handed. Ezekiel managed to get the medals in all categories but sword and shield. Right, so we're gonna do one-handed gold, and I'm gonna take a little bit of a risk here, playing Alexander again against Sam. It worked against Wrath barely. Ezekiel is also gonna be very tough. Oh, Ezekiel left. We're gonna have to get him back. Call that a risk. What do you mean? Handed gold. He's a counter. Yes, that's the reason why I'm using him, because he is a counter, but I don't have the level of proficiency with him, so it's obviously a little bit of a risk. I tend to play characters that I know how to play with. Here we go. Because had I played, because if I played, I'm gonna use a second condition. If I played Jan or Barabash, I would really have a tough time against Sam. So, as I said, taking a little bit of a risk here with Alex, but we'll see if it pays out. Oh, last second double. Oh, caught the leg there. Oh, caught the arm. Right when he was trying to feint the move there, I think. Try to push. a second double for him now. I got one in the first flag, so fair. The old thrust into cut, man, that used to be such a powerful move. Still is sometimes, but Alex mains do not use it much. Yeah, this is going pretty well. Oh, good that I got a double. It's out of range. Here we go. GG's. It worked a lot better than the Wrath fight. Ezekiel gets silver, still gets 1 point in Saber, and the opportunity to use Sam in the final tournament. And I get to win the one-handed and get some points in his Saber as well. GG's. And I got one more fight, and I could be like Thanos and get all the stones. Two-handed final. After this match, so we're gonna stop the stream. Then we're gonna start the final tournament. I'm going to let you guys know who qualified to the final tournament as a medalist. So we'll fight in the winner's bracket, who will have to fight from the lower bracket, and what character limitations you have based on your performances in these events. So, oh, my bad, I put the score in the other tournament. So the final is against Roderick, who's done great with Zera, and it's gonna be pretty tough. I don't need to do anything to get the two-handed for the final tournament, but I think I need to reopen this match. Alright, we'll see if it's necessary. Hopefully I get to win so I don't have to change challenge again. There's Roderick. Yeah, it would be obviously it wouldn't be that upsetting since I managed to get a medal, but since I got medals in all categories, getting in the one where my main is, sorry, not getting one where my main is could feel a little bit bitter. So hopefully Roderick is not gonna spoil my party here, but if he does, props to him. Yep, 1-0. I don't think he fought Isabella. No. He fought only Zeramir's. Ezekiel fought Isabella. Alright, gotta be careful. fell for that. I reacted a little bit too early. Should have waited. This time the thrust landed on the arms. Good timing there on the side step. Good thing I controlled the range there because that attack is usually quite dangerous for Isabella. Double. Nice one. Got through the guard. GG's. Good fight. It was a lot tougher than it looked. 6-2. 4 gold medals out of 4. So I'm happy, but that will not mean anything if I don't get into the... if I don't win the final tournament. That's where the real stuff goes. So thank you very much, everybody, for competing, for watching in this second stream. We have the final tournament. It's not going to be very long, probably around an hour, I think, at best. And as I said, I'm going to let you guys know who's going to play and what characters they can use and in what phase of the competition they're going to start. So yeah, just keep an eye on Discord. We'll let you guys know, and then we're going to start.